This video will guide you through the installation process for the Tempur Ergo Smart Base, powered by Sleep Tracker AI. We'll start with the Split King. Each half of the Split King base, which comes in these configurations, comes with its own pre-installed Sleep Tracker processor. Leaving both connected as is will confuse the Sleep Tracker app and prevent the app from working. So we need to reroute the sensors to make sure they're both plugged into the same processor. Here's how. First, we'll set up the bases. Remove all packaged components from the underside of each frame. Then, screw the legs into the base. Be sure not to over-tighten. Note, if you're installing headboard brackets, you'll need to do so before installing the legs. Refer to the headboard bracket accessory kit for detailed instructions. Set the bases up on their sides, with the undersides facing each other. Then, untie the black battery backup module, allowing it to drop to the floor for easier access when the base is upright. Repeat on the other base. Next, we'll sync the controls for the two bases. In order for the Sleep Tracker app to function, the controls of both bases must be connected. The customer will regain individual control of each base when they connect their Sleep Tracker app. Untie the sync cable marked with a number 5 tag. Repeat on the other base. Plug the loose ends of the two sync cables into each other, meeting in the center of the bases. Untie the bundled power supply cable attached to the activated carbon pouch near the head of the base. Remove and discard all carbon pouches. Repeat on the other base. Then, just connect the power supply cables to the power supplies from the electronics bags. Working together, place both bases up on their legs. Once the bases are upright, install the connector strips that hold the bases together. These will be installed at both the head and foot ends of the base. Slightly loosen the adjacent legs on both bases to allow the strip to fit between the leg and the frame. Slide the connecting strip onto the leg bolts using the highlighted features. Then secure the strip by shifting it to the left. Retighten the legs, but do not over-tighten. The bases should be touching. Next, install the mattress retainer bars by inserting each end of the retainer bar into the holes at the foot of the base. Then you can plug both power supplies into a surge protector connected to a power source. The LEDs under the bed will blink. Next, we'll bypass the secondary Sleep Tracker processor. Using the remote, move the heads of both bases into their full upright position. On the secondary base, the one on the left as you're standing at the head of the bed, disconnect the USB, marked with a number 14 tag, from the white Sleep Tracker processor and place the loose end in the nearby wire retainer. It'll stay disconnected. This keeps the secondary processor from broadcasting a Wi-Fi signal and confusing the app. Still on the secondary base, disconnect the black Sleep Tracker sensor wire, marked with a number 15 tag, from the white Sleep Tracker processor and untie the excess sensor wire from the frame. Still on the secondary base, open the empty wire retainer and run the sensor wire from the secondary base down through the wire retainer. Then close the wire retainer. Run the excess sensor wire from the secondary base under the frame towards the primary base and up through the empty wire retainer on the primary base. Then, connect the sensor wire from the secondary base to the open port, the one nearest you, of the white Sleep Tracker processor on the primary base. Ensure the sensor wire from the secondary base has been properly routed under the bases and secured in both the secondary and primary bases wire retainers. A sensor wire that is not properly run and not secured in the wire retainers may be damaged during use of the bases. Confirm that the LED on the primary base's white sleep tracker processor is blinking green. This may take a minute or so. This light indicates that the processor is powered up and ready to connect to a Wi-Fi network. At this point, the customer just needs to connect to the sleep tracker app. Point out the primary base QR code on a tag marked with the number 21, located on the outside corner of the primary base. The QR code on the number 21 tag from the secondary base, which will be located in the center of the bases, will not be used. Inform the customer that they will need to scan the QR code on the primary base tag to set up the sleep tracker app. At this point, the delivery team's role is complete. To complete their smart base setup, the customer will need to download the sleep tracker app and follow the in-app prompts. Once they've connected their app, it will allow them to access the full functionality of their new Ergo smart base. Before leaving, call 844-309-3598 to complete the installation checklist.